Okay, Falcor, the channel has passed 30,000 subscribers, so it's clear guidance is working, so please help me. What game should I do next? I understand. Thank you. It's time for some glitches in Super Mario Galaxy. Starting off in the Comet Observatory, let's use Luigi to mess with this game's most important feature, gravity. If you perform a long jump on a small planetoid like this, you can get a partial orbit going. That is cool, but we'll need more speed for escape velocity. That's where this game's homing ground pound comes in handy. If you backflip, spin, then ground pound, Luigi should be given enough momentum to break away and go falling back towards the observatory. This will come in handy later, though it is not useful here, it does look pretty neat. Also, it is possible to get on top of the observatory's map. It sort of looks like he's grinding a rail. It's actually possible to climb slippery slopes, so if you have Mario jump away from the slope, spin, and move up the slope slightly and repeat, he could actually scale just about any slope, assuming the angle isn't too much. The important thing here is to always press the control stick in the direction Mario's facing when performing the jump, otherwise he'll just keep sliding. Again, this will come in handy later. Now for something completely useless. Whenever Mario has just one energy left, he'll slouch over tired, breathing heavily. If you switch to a first person view and then back again, he'll be standing normally, still breathing heavily. If you happen to take damage that should kill Mario, but get pushed into a coin before the screen fades to black, Mario will be revived. If you instead die by running out of time during a speedrun Comet, it's actually possible for Mario to stand in the air while falling over. Still in Good Egg Galaxy, there's an odd interaction between this orange pipe and the launch star. For some reason, by entering the pipe then launching, the music will stop until you reach the airships later in the level. It's sort of spooky, isn't it? In Space Junk Galaxy, you'll come across a toad stuck in a sling pod. If you fling it off to another sling pod, the game will incorrectly allow Mario to talk to the toad from here, which I think is pretty neat. In one of Ghostly Galaxy's missions, you'll be tasked with saving Luigi from a haunted mansion. Turns out Luigi really wants to get out, because if you get real close and repeatedly zoom in on him, he'll scream again and again and again. In the Beware of Bouldergeist mission, there'll be some explosive boosts for Mario to spin around. In this first part, it's actually possible to lure one outside, and if you plummet to your death while holding it, it looks pretty great. In this same level, this bouncy-centered planet is pretty unusual. If you perform a long jump in the right spot, which might take some time to find, it's actually possible to perform more than one orbit, and if you have enough air time, for some reason, the game will just kill Mario. Over in Bubble Breeze Galaxy, it's actually possible to skip the second half of the level. The setup required is extremely difficult to pull off, but if you perform multiple frame perfect tricks, you might save some time. Here's how it's done. That's really it. It's actually ridiculous that they let you do this in the first place, but it works, so go ahead and do this if you want to beat the mission quickly. We've messed around on top of planets, so now let's go inside of a planet. In Drip Drop Galaxy, it's actually possible to get pushed inside. If you open up this chest, then dive down before getting hit by a pufferfish. There's not actually much that you can do down here, but it's a pretty nice view. In Gusty Garden's Gravity Scramble, the name is quite fitting. At this point in the level, after the gravity has been changed, if you long jump off the bottom left corner of this block, this happens. Instead of dying, for some reason Mario is returned to the previous section, but gravity no longer works correctly. You can jump around and try to escape, but it just doesn't work, and trying to use Launch Star will not go well. Over in Solid Water Burning Wood Galaxy, there's a neat glitch that can be initiated during the Blistering Core mission. Near the end, you'll have access to a fire flower, as well as those little guys hopping nearby. If you hit a little cinder as it falls into the lava, this will happen. The game doesn't know what to do, so it just explodes forever. In the Hot and Cold Collide mission, it's possible to get out of bounds, but it requires a pretty precise triple jump. Mario can pull this off, but Luigi is better suited with his naturally higher jumps. As you see here, perform a triple jump with the second jump landing somewhere on this curved section of floor. When you get to this point, use the slope climbing glitch to scale the section and reach the freedom of the planet's outer layer. Now you can explore all you want, though all you'll really find is some weird sections of gravity. There is, however, one point of interest. Near the fiery section of the planet, you'll find that there's a spot where Luigi can get stuck in an infinite loop, falling back and forth forever. Spin, ground pound, whatever you do, there is no escape, only falling.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make them give back our past.
In Dusty Dune Galaxy, I found something really weird. Anyone? Anyways, while on this wheel, if you hold either down left or up right on the analog stick, Mario will attempt to run in both directions at the same time. Later in a level where you can raise and lower the tower, if you have a second player stun at dry bones, it'll keep rising with the tower. If you keep the cursor still, it'll maintain its height. Now for something a bit less dry, let's get underwater with B Mario in Sea Slide Galaxy. Usually, if B Mario tries to enter water, he'll lose the power-up, and the power-up itself will also despawn when touching water, so we have to use a glitch to make it drop underwater. Grab a shell and toss it out of the power-up from around here. After the power-up bounces once, turn the camera away and jump into the water. Return back to the small island and look towards the power-up, and you should see it fall underwater. Now, you're free to grab it and swim as a bee to your heart's content. An odd consequence, though, is that when you jump out of the water, the fly meter will be invisible, though you can still actually fly, you just can't see how much you have left. Also in the same galaxy, I found that you could achieve a double ground pound on this palm tree, which is cool, I guess? In Deep Dark Galaxy's first mission, it's actually possible to glitch your way underground, which makes this mission a breeze to complete. Hop in the cannon and aim at the bottom left corner of the available view. Mario should be fired towards the beach umbrella, which should make him land in the sand partially inside the lawn chair. Crouch, then move forward, and Mario should drop down into some water. Now you can explore, but there are invisible sections of water to swim through, and going too far will result in death. You can use this glitch to complete the level in no time flat. So remember how we reached escape velocity earlier using the homing ground pound? Well, it's actually useful again. Here in Loopdeswoop Galaxy, rather than participating in the race, position yourself here. It'll take some attempts, but you want to backflip, spin, and ground pound, and you should be flung towards the gate's outer section. Spin again just before landing so you don't miss the mark. Now you can long jump into the water and swim to your heart's content, which I've realized now I've used that phrase like 3 or 4 times. Anyway, I made it worse by drawing attention to it. Anyways, if you let Mario float underwater, rather than be pushed into the void, he'll get dragged along. It's actually somewhat peaceful. Now let's jump over to Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada. From the second cannon, it's actually possible to shoot Mario right around here, so that rather than crashing into the back of the ship, or flying into the void, he can actually land on it. There's not much you can do here except see a tiny asteroid with a single scuttlebug, and there's also a useless 1-up that you probably can't collect without falling. To escape, jump off, or restart the mission. In Bowser Jr.'s Robot Reactor, it's actually possible to reach Megaleg's moon before you're supposed to. Like earlier, I'm pretty sure Mario and Luigi can do this, but Luigi works better. You want to perform a triple jump, with the third jump being from the top of the launch star's cage. You'll know it worked when the gravity switches and Luigi goes flying off to the moon. Now that you're here, you can explore, if you want, I guess, but as far as I could tell, it's actually impossible to collect the star since no bullet bills will fire early. When you want to start the fight, go here where you would have landed using the launch star. So now, we've finally reached the final battle at the center of the universe. At this point, if you go up the stairs, you'll trigger a small cutscene where Bowser Jr. rains down meteors. That's actually the start of the final battle. With some precise movement, it's actually possible to jump past the first section, wall jump for some more distance, and end with a spin to clear the invisible cutscene trigger entirely. This took me way too long to pull off, but when you successfully made it past, you're treated to a nice photo opportunity. Also, my favorite thing ever is that despite the fact that Bowser is stuck, he'll still keep his eye on Luigi. That's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a comment letting me know what you thought, as well as liking the video if that's how you feel. Subscribe for some more videos from me, and whether you're a first time or long time viewer, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon to help me continue to make these videos full time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.